Before we get started, I'd just like a quick raise of hand if you have had a fall or you know somebody that has had a fall. Okay, thank you. So as we see, falls are very prevalent in the community. And today we will be discussing some ways to prevent the falls. The goal of today's conversation is to gain a better understanding of the prevalence of falls, the causes of falls, what may happen due to a fall, how to prevent falls, the interventions for falls, and fall recovery strategies.
Okay, so first we're going to define what a fall is. So the World Health Organization defines a fall as an event which results in a person coming to rest inadvertently on the ground, the floor, or another lower surface. So why is this an important conversation to have? As we have seen today, all of you have either fallen or you know someone who has fallen. And this is the most common cause of injury in older adults. It can lead to major health consequences, which we will discuss further, and they're often preventable.
So here are a few statistics that really emphasize the severity of falls. Falls are one of the most common factors contributing to disabilities in the elderly. 30% of individuals of the age of 65 fall every year, and this percentage rises to 40% in individuals over 85. About 10% of falls result in serious injury, and falls lead to approximately 11,000 deaths per year.
Okay, so what causes falls? So falls can be caused by personal factors, so different diseases or conditions that you may have that may affect your walking or your gait. Vision impairment. So we have macular degeneration, which is very common in the elderly. And this damages a part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. So people who have this rely on their peripheral vision, and that can cause problems with their depth perception. And so with that, you aren't able to really see the curbs or uneven surfaces, which make your risk of falls higher. Another one would be cataracts. Cataracts is also a very common eye condition in the elderly as well. And so cataracts is when you have clouding of the lens in the eye, and this makes it harder for people to see the edges of steps and small obstacles. And so stuff like this can also increase your risk of falls. Another way is just cognitive decline and just getting older in general. That can increase your risk of falls as well. Also environmental or external factors. So not using maybe a cane or a walker when you might need one. If you have poor lighting in your house, if you need to get up at night and go to the bathroom and you have no night lights or it's just dark, you're not able to see, that can also increase your risk. And uneven floors. So if you have rugs in your homes, I know you probably have heard this before, but we should probably get rid of some of those rugs because those can also increase your risk of falls. And before you guys leave today, we do have this pamphlet. And so you can take this home, go through your home and see what you may have that could be a hazard and could also maybe help lead to a fall in your home. So make sure you grab one of those. Lastly, we have medication-related causes. So polypharmacy. As we get older, we're on different medications, and I'm not saying don't take your medications because that's important, but because you are taking maybe multiple medications, it can increase your risk of falls due to their side effects. So dizziness or just having, cloudy brain, all of that is part of having polypharmacy and taking multiple medications. So what happens after a fall? So if you do fall, you could hurt yourself physically. Fractures like the hip and the wrist are most common if you do fall. You could hit your head and it could lead to a serious, more serious head injury, like a traumatic brain injury. Or you have psychological, which is a big one, the fear of falling again. 70% of people who have fallen have that fear of falling again. And so that can lead to a loss of confidence. You might not have faith in your ability to walk around independently, and you might limit yourself when you want to go out and, spend time in your community and hang out with your friends, It also will lead to our next topic of socially and economically. 50% of people will limit themselves for physical and social activity due to their history of falls. And then also, if you do fall and you might end up in the hospital, or you might have to pay for some of those physical therapy or occupational therapy costs, that adds up to different medical bills. And so fall-related injuries can cost families up to an additional $35,000 a year due to their injuries.
But one thing that we do want to emphasize is that falls are preventable. So let's talk about some things that we can do to prevent falls. So as we know, aging brings a natural loss of muscle mass, a decline in vision, and fatigue. And while we cannot delay the aging process, we can protect ourselves by staying prepared. So we can stay prepared through individual strategies like exercise programs, regular vision and hearing checks, and medication reviews. So as Asia talked about polypharmacy, so just making sure we're taking our medicine with the right dosages and making sure that we're taking them at the right times to make sure we're taking them properly and reduce the risk of falls. We can stay prepared by implementing environmental changes such as home safety, which we will discuss later. We can also use community strategies like fall screening clinics and fall prevention programs like this one today. With the right education and support, falls are preventable, and it's our job to do our part in preventing them. So with this picture, I'd like for you guys to see if you can point out some things in this bathroom that could be changed to prevent some falls. So I'll let you raise hands. Okay. Yes.
Like there could be a hand bar in the bathtub area.
Good.
It's near the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And the rug should probably have maybe not.
Okay. Anything? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay, so he said rails beside the toilet to help them stand up, and he said a way to like keep the floor dry. Both of you guys gave really good answers. Okay, you? No grab bars. Okay, yes, sir. Grab bars is definite. Anybody else? Oh, yes, sir. Okay, so yes, sir. That let me say a toilet, raised toilet would be better. Yes.
Where the bar could be in a bathtub, it's in the wrong position.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
No bar that far back in the tub. Who's back there?
Yes, ma'am. That's true. So there's no bar that far. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, come up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Anybody else? Yes. Yes. Okay. So she said an anti-slip in the tub. That would definitely be helpful. Yes. So would you say like something to prevent the rug from slipping? Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's perfect. Yes. So she said a towel hanger, which could help you dry yourself off. Yes. Oh, definitely. Yes, ma'am. So she said a step to get in the tub. These are all great answers. Yes, please. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So she said, I'm a tub that opens up like a door, so you won't have to step over the tub. And these are all great answers. So this next picture is basically everything you guys said. So they removed the rug. They added the grab bars. They have. Yes, yes, yes. There's a night light because we use the bathroom at night sometimes, and sometimes we don't feel like turning the light on. So there's a night light. There's a shower chair. which is also very helpful. And yeah, so yes, you guys basically named everything on the picture. So I expect you guys to have a good, clean, safe bathroom as well now.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about some evidence-based interventions. So these are things that have been researched and have been proven to help decrease your risk of falls. So we have Tai Chi as our first one, which is a form of martial arts that involves slow rhythmic movements, including rotation of the trunk, weight shifting, coordination, and a gradual progression to narrowing your lower extremity stance, which just means being able to stand with your feet closer together. Yes, so for Tai Chi, this is a great one to help improve your balance and also your postural stability. And then a lot of people who have done this have seen a decrease in their falls, So, and then another one is called the Otago exercise program. So this was developed in New Zealand, and it was developed by the New Zealand Fall Prevention Research Group. So this is also a program that helps reduce your risk of falls. It includes 17 strength and balance exercises, and you will do this 3 times a week for 8 weeks. And so you can do this, like if you want to participate in something like this, you could do it at your house. You could do it in an outpatient clinic or in like a community setting as well. Yes.
So DPR does have a virtual, I think it's around 11 or 12 every day, virtual, a chair balance session for seniors.
Yeah, so that would be a great way to get your balance, better. Yeah, perfect. And then also with the Otago exercise program, 35 to 40% of participants has seen a reduction in falls. So that is something that, you could try. So these are some of the exercises. These are 8 out of 17 of the exercises, and I'll have Christian demonstrate some of these. Go ahead and stand in the front for us. So our first one here is called a calf raise. So this is just standing up and down on your tippy toes. It's just strengthening your lower extremities. Exactly. Then the next one is called toe raises. So I would recommend doing this in a chair. Exactly, you definitely can. Everyone, let's do 5 toe raises. So yes, you just lift your toes up off the ground. And then we have knee extensions. This is where you're just going to kick your leg out forward. And our next one, it would be a sit to stand exercise. Perfect. And this is also good just for functional mobility as well. Perfect. Then we have some more balancing exercises. So walking backwards is a part of the program. Yes. And then you also have sideways walking. Perfect. And then one to really challenge your balance is called a tandem stance. So this is where you would put one foot in front of the other. Now with this one, I wouldn't recommend doing this without any type of handle or wall or a stable surface next to you. And I would do the same with the last exercise, which is standing on one leg. So also having a wall or a stable surface next to you to hold on to.
So the one before that,
Oh,
is
yes.
heel to toe, right?
Yes. Yeah, heel to toe. That's the tandem stance.
And so we just went over a lot of prevention strategies and a lot of exercises that we can do to prevent falls. But as we know, sometimes we will have a fall. And yes, which is very unfortunate. But regaining standing position after a fall is essential to maintain safety, prevent complications of the fall, to restore mobility, and promote confidence, independence, and peace of mind. So we have a station where we will demonstrate the fall recovery sequence, but I will tell it to you right now, and then later when we go to the station, yes, ma'am, we'll act it out for you. So the first step is to stay calm and safely roll to your side. So like, let's say if you fall, if you're on your back or on your stomach, we want to roll to our side. Then we want to locate a stable surface. And once we locate this surface, whether it's a couch or a chair or a stable piece of furniture, we want to crawl to that surface. Once we get to that surface, we want to get on our hands and knees. And I want you guys to relax and make sure we're not dizzy because that would cause another fall while you're trying to get up. Once you are at the surface, so I want you to place one hand on the surface and bring one leg forward, coming to a kneeling position. And then you'll push through your arms and legs and you'll stand up slowly. And once you stand up, that's when you get your bearings together, make sure you're not dizzy, and then, do what you need to do to stay safe and not fall again. Yes.
Alrighty, so we have made it to the end of our presentation. And so some key things we want you to take away from this is that falls are, yes, the most common injury in older adults, but like we have mentioned, they are preventable. And like I said, falls can lead to, major injuries and affect, your mental health and your confidence if it does happen. But practicing safe fall recovery, which is what Christian just talked about, and having like an exercise program is good to help restore your physical and mental health if a fall does occur. And like I said, and I'm just gonna drive it home once again, falls are preventable. So with regular exercise, home modifications, and education, you can limit your risk of falls. So do you guys have any questions? Awesome. So we have a bunch of different stations like we've mentioned. So you can go on around, go to this station first and then just kind of make your way around. Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you for your time.